Hey, it's me, Sugar and Spice again. This time, y'all notice the hotel is different. I'm in Cabo, bitch. So I'm super excited. I'm like super high off the caffeine. And if I don't do tarot readings, then I get major anxiety. So that is the story of why I'm inside while my family is fucked up at the pool. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and continue the inner child healing, this time continuing with Taurus suns, Leo suns, and Virgo suns. So without further ado, let's get started. For those who didn't watch the other video, first of all, you're missing out. Second of all, so this is for inner child healing due to the eclipse. So in the divine masculine, divine feminine reading that I did, it seemed like everybody was gonna have some drama going on in the family. So I figured, wow, we should definitely, talk to the inner child. So that's why I'm doing this reading. Also, I need 1,000 subscribers, so share the shit out of this. Make sure you tell all your friends that are Cancer suns, Leo suns, or Virgo suns. And yeah, and if that's not your sun sign, check out my previous video or just wait for yours. I'm going to try to get these out as often and as fast as I can. So if I'm talking super fast, it is what it is. It's the caffeine. Ain't shit I can do about it. All right. Let me chill for a second. For Cancer suns, what message do you have for Cancer suns? What can Cancer suns do to heal their inner child? Let's do one more card for Cancer suns. Inner child healing. No, let's do that again. You're spitting up on me. And in my house, we come out one card at a time. Discipline raw. One more time, mama. One more card, Cancer suns. Oof. Okay. All right, Cancer suns. So for you guys, this eclipse energy, we got the Strength card reversed, Ace of Swords reversed, and 10 of Swords reversed, and the Tower. Lots of reversed energy. So this eclipse is gonna hit you fat, fam. Like, it's gonna hurt. But not in the way that you expect. I don't, with the Strength card reverse here, what I'm getting is, again, mom energy. It's mom energy. It's mom energy, so there's definitely drama going on with mom. But there's also a lot of clarity coming from these triggers that are coming from your mother figures. I think with the Ace of Swords here, there's a lot of, I get it now. I get why I chose that relationship, because my mom made me feel some type of way as a child. What way are we specifically dealing with here? Come on, Spirit, hook me up. What feelings are we trying to combat? Helplessness, abandonment, resentment. Okay, so resentment, feelings of helplessness, and feelings of abandonment from our mother figures, Cancer suns. We're suddenly gaining, as we get triggered by those feelings, as we process those feelings, a lot of clarity is going to start coming through with this Mercury retrograde and this eclipse. You're going to start looking at your relationship, your mother, and realize how the relationships you're choosing and the friendships you're choosing, even the work that you're choosing to do in the material world, affirms those feelings of helplessness and those feelings of, I can't do anything to change things, and those feelings of abandonment, hanging on to both hands to things that you know aren't meant for you, and people that you need to let go of that just aren't earning your trust. and your trust is precious, and you're hanging on to them because you're scared of being abandoned. Or the opposite, Cancer suns are dropping people left and right now because you'd rather leave somebody than be left. We need to do better, Cancer suns. And I mean, I'm not gonna coddle your fears and say like, I get it, but I get it. But with the 10 of swords here, don't block your own blessings. Don't block your own blessings and get super set in your emotions, because as intense and profound as they are, they're just a tool. Remember, emotions are tools. Your mind thoughts are tools of creation. Okay, so don't get caught up in the one sensory detail of emotions. Put your mind to work and try to make sense of where these emotions are coming from. It's very similar to Aries, the reading I gave them, where it's not just meant to be felt. For you, it's specifically meant to be understood in order to break the cycle and really elevate your consciousness and start living with more purpose, meaning you consciously, on purpose, choose relationships that affirm your peace rather than these feelings of helplessness, fear of abandonment, powerlessness, all that stuff. That's what you need to be doing. So with the Tower card here, you're about to get hit with a bolt of lightning. You're going to have your long-awaited epiphany. Your prayer is about to be answered that says, I get it now. I get why I keep repeating the same pattern of helplessness, of uncertainty, of feeling just like it's not enough, etc., etc. That epiphany is coming, but it's also going to require a whole restructuring of the way that you process your emotions. Be open to it, Cancer suns. Be open to looking at things objectively rather than internalizing every criticism and every circumstance. Put the brakes on your feelings and let your mind take over for a minute and be like, does it even make sense for me to love the person as earnestly as I am? What am I even getting back here? Am I just arguing and disturbing my own peace because I don't know how to maintain peace? What's the issue here? We need to ask ourselves some really profound questions, Cancer sun. The good news is that there's no action required of it on your part. Accept allowance. Allow the energies of these next couple weeks to bring those circumstances to you, and have the courage, Strength card, have the courage to choose differently. Choose yourself than you have in the past. Choose your truth, and choose to allow the mind to really work its magic for you. Things need to make sense for you. So that's inner child healing for Cancer. Let's do Leo. I love me some Leo energy. Y'all are fine. And I've been hoeing out in Mexico with a ton of Leo energy. So I'm just like, yes! Anyway, right. Leos. All right, what's going on with the Leo inner child right before your birthday too? I hope that goes easy on you, cause I think Mercury was in Gatorade or whatever, reggaeton or something when it was my birthday. So we'll see. Let's do one more shuffle, baby. All right, for Leo suns. How can Leo suns heal their inner child using the energies of retrograde Mercury? I'll see that. And the eclipse. What can Leo suns do to heal their inner child working with the eclipse and retrograde energies? Let's do one more card. Clarify with one more card for me, please. Okay. Sorry, I had to pull quite a few for you guys because I wasn't getting it at first. Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands, Six of Wands, Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Mom issues again. It seems like your fiery energy really comes from your mother figure. It really comes from her autonomy. But I feel like a lot of Leo sons watch their mother have to be the strong one, either single parenting or just the dominant parenting with, you know, a weak father or a weak partner in raising their children. That has definitely affected your inner child, especially the women. The women watching their mothers have to be the strong one. Um, your inner child fought back. That's not fair. You can't tell me what to do. So it's a lot of fiery, combative energy between the inner child and the mother figure here. So half of Leo's sons are stuck in this don't tell me what to do type of energy. That stems from the combative frustrations of not feeling listened to and not feeling like you were paid enough attention to, I guess. Which, I mean, Leos get a bad rep for needing attention, so attention is not the word I want to use. It's resentment for not being loved the way you needed to. That's mostly what it is all you wanted as a kid was words of encouragement. Like, that's it. You just wanted to be told that your dreams were valid and that you could do something about them. But it seems like because of this really strong mother figure, you didn't get that. You got told what to do. You got talked at, not talked to. And that has really affected your persona now, where you're like, do not tell me what to do. If I don't like it, I'm not doing it. So, which in theory is a good thing, but it also feels like self-deception, Leo sons. So you need to cut through the bullshit, essentially, and admit that those things hurt, that you weren't parented the way you really wanted to be parented. With that acceptance, with knowing that there's still a hurt baby inside of you that just wanted to be told that they could be somebody in the world, that their dreams weren't ridiculous, that they weren't too much, that they weren't too loud or too rowdy, etc. Without all these criticisms, you really could be somebody. That's all you wanted to know, was that you were valid. With this understanding, with this awareness, that Ace of Wands energy and that Nine of Wands energy is like, yo, it's gonna hurt your ego, it's gonna hurt your pride, it's gonna hurt your feelings, because you haven't really processed it. All you did was fight back. And that might have worked in the past as a survival tactic, but you're at this point, you're bringing an AK-47 into a garden. Like, it doesn't really make sense. So now it's about feeling it. It's about allowing yourself to process those emotions and say, yeah, that really fucked me up. In A, B, C kind of ways. But there's a pot of gold waiting at the end of that rainbow, you know, and after the rain comes the rainbow. So go ahead and process those feelings. Be sad with your whole chest the way only Leos can, very authentically, and create something of it. Use your creative abilities to drive you to your next chapter. Some of you may require a visit to mom to have those conversations. So if she lives away, and I really think a lot of you live away from your parents, go home. Go home. Stop avoiding this occurrence and just go home. Let the fight happen. And, you know, say what you need to, or look at your parents from an elevated perspective and just be like, you know what? I'm glad that I know better now, and that your criticisms, I can take them with a grain of salt. They don't have to hurt me anymore. So that's how you can be a little more assertive, but with love. Not outwardly by shaming your parents. I mean, they probably tried their best, but more about putting that love back into yourself and being your own parent in the face of adversity or conflict. I hope I'm making sense. With the Six of Wands here, get off the high horse and just admit that everything hurts and you just want to cry. It's totally fine. You don't have to do it in front of everyone. And I mean, honestly, Leos look really pretty when they cry. So like, fuck it, cry in front of everyone. Take advantage. Yeah, so that's inner child healing for Leo, is just admitting admitting that there's things wrong, and that, you got to get better. You got to stop fighting and you got to start listening. So there's that. Now let's do Virgo suns. What can Virgo suns do to heal their inner child? Virgo suns healing their inner child. Let's do one more card. Ooh, you see how I politely asked for one more card and it was like bleh, spat up on me? Okay, so King of Swords, Three of Swords, King of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Your anxiety, your inner child is freaking out. Your inner child, I feel trapped. That's what it feels like, constricted. Like I feel like my hands went like this for whatever reason. So I'm taking that as a symbol of feeling trapped. Like your inner child is bound and put in a box before you even had a choice of what you wanted to be. So I feel like Virgos were labeled the smart one, the quiet one, the self-sufficient one from a really young age. And Virgos really internalized that and started to only be those behaviors. And when you fail to outwardly show those behaviors, it was like the world was falling down because you let everyone down. So your inner child really feels like they never really got a chance to be children, to be themselves authentically. And so now it's like repressed. With the Three of Swords here, it just seems like that's the one thing that's holding you back, is admitting that you are more than what your parents labeled you to be, that you are capable of more than other people think or assume that you are. It's that almost, it's fear of failure. That's what I'm getting. Fear of failure. What else? Procrastination. Fear of failure and procrastination. And it seems a little bit of a depressive episode too for Virgos. You guys are really sad. Your inner child is really sad. Why are you so afraid to feel sad? Just be sad. You're always going to come out of it anyway. Be sad. Being sad is more productive than cleaning your room. With the King of Pentacles energy, you can and you will get through it and you will build from it, but not if you work against these energies. With the Three of Swords, it's like, you would rather die than have to feel what your inner child felt. But it's time, Virgo. Seven of Pentacles and the Emperor, you're accountable for your own healing, Virgo. You can't keep projecting your inner child's repression on other people. Y'all are getting triggered by air signs. It seems like air signs are triggering their confidence, their ability to articulate the things they feel. Me, your fucking tarot reader. You're probably pissed that I'm looking at you so thoroughly, but that sense of self that you're looking for, that sense of self-worth with the King of Pentacles that you're looking by owning a home, starting a business, that's not going to come until you make your inner child feel safe to be whatever they want to be and to be wrong. Be willing to be wrong. Be willing to fail. And I know Virgos are looking at me like, bitch, I'd rather die. So then die and then come back. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but it's part of the human experience. That's what we do. When we suffer, it means our soul is learning something new. Because if we knew everything, we wouldn't suffer because we'd know better and we wouldn't make mistakes. So for Virgo suns, your inner child, it's about accountability. It's about knowing that it's not an overnight process, but all you have to do is try and put consistent effort into your own healing. Be sad, and be sad with your whole chest. Be wrong with your whole chest. Be loud and wrong. It's time. It's time to allow yourself that freedom. But yeah, so I know I was talking really fast because of the caffeine, but it's a free reading, so I don't want to get super, in depth. I want to save it for like those personal readings, those Akashic sessions, those tarot classes. So if you want to learn how to do tarot, HMU, click the link on the description for book a reading so you can get details, because I do teach live tarot classes. But other than that, yeah, you guys are good. So this was the reading for Cancer, Leo, Virgo suns. As always, I hope it helps. Please get me to 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, let your friends know with these placements, because that was kind of a lot. That was kind of a lot, but I really do sincerely hope that it helps and that it makes you feel safe and that it brings you clarity of why the circumstances are the way they are right now. Yeah. Bye.